Hey everybody, Why So Wookie here. In this video, we're going to go through the dev letter just released that takes a deep dive into the new ranked mode coming in update 7.2 on both the consoles and the PC platforms. It gives more of an in-depth view on what ranked mode aims to achieve over what was in the patch notes, so there's some quite valuable information here. So let's jump right in. So it goes initially into the goals of ranked mode. So the goals of the rank mode are to provide an official way to measure skill in Pubg that shares inspiration and direction with Pubg esports. Provide new ways for players to show off their skill and status to each other. Provide an environment specially tuned for serious PvP only competition. Provide a new queue that divides ranked from normal play, allowing their rules and settings to evolve independently and with separate purpose. Provide a different atmosphere for ranked play by introducing a special ranked lobby and additional post-game details. Provide new unique seasonal rewards reserved for ranked players at a given season. Introduce new systems that aim to help protect the integrity of ranked games and leaderboards. So what I take from this, obviously they wanted to have ranked mode separate from the normal play, so they can have it as more of an esports feel. Obviously the PUBG esports is quite big and there's loads of different tournaments across the year. So a lot of the ranked rules that they use in the esports will be coming into the ranked mode without affecting the base games for your more casual player. Obviously, in the ranked mode, there's no bots. That's why it says PvP competition only. Again, they said the rules will change independently from the normal mode. I don't think really that means in terms of weapon balancing, but certainly in terms of ring balancing, spawn balancing is definitely something that's different, and so on. Different post-game details, so it's going to go more in-depth about how you performed at the end of a game and how you've progressed up the leaderboards or down if it was a poor game. Unique seasonal rewards, again, so these are going to be unique skins that are only achievable through this mode, so it should be immediately apparent to other players when they see you wearing this stuff that you performed well in a season, even if they don't know what particular season that is. And again, new systems to help the integrity and on the leaderboards, so that's a lot of the anti-cheat measures that they've been doing, which we'll go into shortly. So how does the season work? So there's 6 different tiers, starting bronze, which is less than 1499 RP. There's silver, 1500 to 1999, gold, 2000 to 2499, platinum, 2500 to 2999, diamond 3000 to 3499, and then finally master, which is 3500 and above. So you basically progress up these ranks. Now what they've done in this initial season, which they'll clarify a little bit further down in this, is that all you have to do is get gold 5 and above, which will be 2400 and above, to get the rewards. Anything above gold 5 and you'll get the rewards. They may tweak that in the future to make it so you need to get platinum 5, platinum 1 or platinum 5 or whatever, but we'll just have to see how that pans out. So the next thing is what rules will be used. So currently in ranked, it's 64 players, first person perspective or third person perspective, squads only at the minute. It's a random map between Arangal, Miramar and Sandhawk. There's no red zone, no bots. The timing and the speed of the blue zone has been adjusted for more intense gameplay. So basically the time between the blue zones is a lot shorter to force you into the middle of the ring and therefore into the opposing players. However, it's not from what it's described as going to be really an issue for getting loot, because the loot balance will be that much higher, focusing on things like assault rifles because they've took away crossbow spawns and stuff like that. So you should be able to get looted within a couple of buildings and then start heading in, and you're going to need to do that because it's going to be a lot quicker, like they say. And it just says ranked will be a variation of the super settings loot that the esports use. And again, it's to make a competitive environment. You don't want a guy having to be running around with a double barrel shotgun halfway through the game just because he's been unlucky. So it's to do with things like that. They said they made a decision to support both first person perspective and third person perspective, although FPP is the main mode for esports. Third person perspective is also the most popular mode with normal players. We're keeping the focus on squad play to start, but players can choose 1, 2 or 3 person squads. FPP and third person perspective will be ranked separately, with the highest achieved rank in the mode determining the rewards for that season. So positive that they're saying we're keeping the focus on squad play to start, So it seems to me like they're trialing on the squad play, and then further down the line, when they've got it like ironed how they want it, they may well introduce solo and duos. And again, it just goes over the differences. There's no crossbows, no motor gliders in the ranked mode. And that's about it on the different rules. And then the next section is, what about cheaters and penalties? So there's different things that they're doing for this. So they had a bit of a discussion with a lot of the key members of the community. Players may be required to authenticate their account using a unique phone number and reach a minimum level in Survival Mastery to play ranked matches. Now, it doesn't say what that Survival Mastery rank is, but I would just imagine it's like a rank 100 or something. If any SMS verification account becomes permanently banned, the device used to link that account also becomes banned, preventing it being used from another account. So that's really cool. So basically, if you put your phone number in there and you end up getting banned for cheating, not many people are going to go out and buy a new phone with a new phone number just to create another PUBG account, you know, to be a griefer. And that is seriously going to cut down on the amount of people doing that. I personally wish they'd go a little bit further than that and ban them from the normal games as well, because all that the cheaters are going to do now is just going to focus on regular play opposed to ranked. But, you know, they may well do that in the future. It does say SMS authentication is not required for players on console at the minute. So hopefully that doesn't mean that cheaters on console can just get around things. But I know the cheating scene on PC, as it was, is a lot more severe than console. So hopefully we don't see too much of a negative impact there. And then the next section is, what can you earn? Rewards are a time-honoured tradition in ranked play. Being able to show off your accomplishments season over season is important to you, and we want to give you cool stuff to reward for that. So let's start off with the main event. A ranked skin set will be awarded to all players who retrieve a rank of gold 5 or higher in any queue. The exact skins in the set will change each season, but the designs will show a distinct ranked aesthetic. It should be easy for anyone to tell at a glance that you're using a ranked skin reward, and even if they can't remember which season it's from. So they're going to be quite unique items. There's no image in this dev letter showing us them yet, but I'm sure we'll know as soon as 7.2 comes to the live server, so we can see what we're getting. But players can also progress towards season pass missions while playing the ranked mode, which is good. So you're not having to choose between doing your pass and doing your ranked. You can do both at once. The top 500 players in each region will find that the ranked nameplate and emblem set they receive will be something extra in the design to recognise them above the other masters. Okay, so the top 500 players in each region are going to get something special on the nameplate. And that's something that I hadn't thought about, actually. So if you get gold 5 and above, you'll probably get a generic nameplate to say you did well in that season, but as well as like a costume for your character. But top 500 are going to have a very cool, you know, special one, so people recognise that they are very skilled, which is good. And then it just says they've got a bit of a closing thought. Ranked mode is an important feature, and there are a lot of different opinions globally. We appreciate all the discussions, ideas and feedback on the topic. Ranked rules, settings, maps and perspectives will continue to evolve as we look forward to continuing to expand the feature. So basically what they're saying there is, obviously a lot of the bit of this has been driven by community feedback. You know, if you see something in this new ranked mode that, you know, you don't think meshes well, drop onto the PUBG forums, give a feedback note, because they do listen to that stuff. Like they said, the maps, everybody pointed out, where's Karakin? It's 64 players anyway. Where's Vikendi? You know, on this kind of thing. You know, they may well drop Miramar out of the ranked rules, you know, in the future, especially on the console, because I know some people are still crashing on that map, which isn't ideal. They may well add Vikendi in. We'll have to see. But in terms of, you know, settings and stuff, I know a lot of feedback has been given about solo and duo, so I wouldn't be surprised if by, say, the beginning of Season 8, because they're not really going to do it in the third part of the season, there's not enough time to rank it up, but probably in Season 8, update 8.1, you might find that there's a solo and a duo queue for ranked play for that entire season then, which would be ideal for me because I don't really have a full squad of players that are on all the time. I'm constantly meeting new people on the Facebook groups and stuff like that I drop in and play with. But in terms of a regular squad, don't always have that. So, and you know, obviously to compete at this kind of ranked level, you need players that you play with a lot. But hey ho, and that's it. Hopefully you found the information useful in this extra little PUBG ranked video here. I'll drop a link in the description to this dev letter so you can check it out for yourself. And that's it. If you did find the video useful, drop a like and subscribe to see more. Wookie out.